Defender Eric Sviatchenko here. We'll start with questions in the room.
Eric, I know it's tough to reflect on a season that just ended, but can you have that perspective now of what you guys have accomplished, or is that going to take a couple days to kind of look back on?
No, I think it's pretty obvious that we have had an incredible season. We weren't favorites for anything before we started the season, and we went to be top four of all teams in MLS and won Open Cup. So from that perspective, as a player on the team and a new player on the team, I think we have done an amazing job. Of course, I'm disappointed with the result today, and when it was so close and you really wanted, and we had that feeling that this could be a special, even more special year than it has been. But we needed to play to our very, very best against a team that has been in a very good shape, and we were close, but not close enough in the end. So it ends for us now, but I think we have so much to be proud of and reflect on, and come back with rejuvenated bodies and minds. It's been a hell of a season, long season too. I think I've played 56 games this calendar year, which is my ever most. So I'm also ready for a little bit of a break, but of course I would have liked to clinch that final.
Is he frustrated the way the goals came in on a set piece, leaving Ryan Collinson alone, and the own goal from Franco?
Sorry again, the question?
Was it frustrated the way the goals came in?
Of course it's frustrated to concede if it's every goal is frustrated, but it was more like the timing. I think they scored 44th minute, which is never a nice time to concede just before halftime. I think it would have helped us going 0-0 halftime. And then Franco Escobar, it's just bad luck. He tried to prevent a good cross, and it just went the wrong way, and that is football sometimes. And that moment as well, like after 83 minutes, of course it's a blow. But everything is frustrated when you concede a goal, and that is football, unfortunately, when there's small mistakes, and we need to live with that. But I would say in Franco's case, it doesn't matter if it's an own goal. He's been incredible this season, and we're all supportive. He's of course angry with that outcome, but it's football, and moments are like these sometimes.
Having to go into that second half down a goal, you guys hadn't done that in these playoffs yet. Just what was the feeling in the locker room, and do you think that that just being an unfamiliar situation had any effect?
No, I didn't think it had an effect or impact in the way we treated second half. I think we tried and had the ball quite a lot, actually. I don't know what the stats are, but I think we had the more than LAFC. So we tried to dominate and we tried to create the chances, but we didn't have that clear and obvious chance, as I recall, that where we just needed to score. We could have gone in a situation where we could have done better, but they defended really well too, and it happens, and they were a little bit better than us today.
Talk to me a little bit about the locker room after the match. A couple veteran guys in there, of course some young guys too. What were some things said to the young guys, maybe guys who haven't lost so close to the final before?
I think in general the atmosphere in the locker room was like uplifting. It was with heads high. Of course we were disappointed, but you can be disappointed in a different kind of way, and I would still say that everyone in there that spoke, Ben spoke, and Ted spoke, and Pat spoke, and Hector spoke also, that everyone is really proud of each other. And to be fair, like, this group is special, and we've done something on a short period that has been remarkable, and something that needs to resonate around the MLS for what we have done and achieved, being one of the best teams in the league, won an Open Cup, and that's what there's kind of a resonance in there, instead of being sad, and I think that's going to fuel us into coming season.
Eric, what do you take away from the season, and also how do you help uplift Franco? After you said it's football, right? He scored last weekend, so he scored a own goal, and also how do you help Mika? And how's he feeling?
So what I take away from the season is that we have built something that is very sustainable. We have some amazing players. We have a playing style that suits the team, that's something that we need to work really well on in the coming pre-season when we come back. Of course, we'll be facing teams that now respect us even more, and that's going to be a new kind of role that we have, that we might be the favorites next season for some of the games. So I would say that's one of the things that I take away, that we have done something that is amazing and something we need to work towards to see if we can repeat, because the first season is tough and we succeeded, but it's always the second season that's where we need to show our character. And with Franco and Mika was of course sad that he needed to go out with a head injury. Hopefully he'll be fine. He's been amazing this season, has had a breakthrough, so to speak. And Franco, from being a hero and to score an own goal, that's football sometimes. But he's an experienced guy and has won something in his career too, so he will know for sure how to bounce back. I'm not worried at all.
Even when you're down 1-0, you still have a way of see how do you have
Yeah, for sure. We knew that we just needed that kind of half chance breakthrough. It didn't really come, unfortunately, that kind of big chance, as I said. But we didn't give up until they obviously scored for 2-0, and that was a difficult timing in the game. So of course that made a little bit of a difficult route to go back.
They were really strong in their counterattack.
Yes.
You guys get a shot on the goal, they come back with a counterattack that was really strong. But you guys on the defensive, and these kind of that space, especially in the middle. You feel that, or?
Yeah, of course. In the first half, especially, we had some issues with turning over the ball a bit easy when we were on the break, and then it's very difficult to put up that kind of rest defense that we normally are really good at, because it happens so quickly. We have the ball, we turn it over, and then those guys are very wide, so of course they have space. But I think we dealt with it, and there were some tight moments that we had on our side, and in general we just sometimes you need to open up a little bit to also give the ball to each other, but sometimes the other way it's dangerous. But we tried everything we could.
The physicality of the match too was pretty strong.
Yeah, but it was on a high level in general. There was some duels, some fights, but nothing that came over the line. I would say it was a well-played game with intensity both ways, and yeah, I think it was a final worth, but unfortunately with them as winners instead of us.
All right, we'll wrap it up there with Eric. Thanks, Eric.
Recording stopped.
Thank you, guys.
Plan to have a Hector there in